I would like to, Debbie said I wouldn't need the microphone, so I don't guess I will. I would like to express my appreciation very much to Ty and his family for the service and the sacrifices that they've made. And I want to extend that appreciation to all the men and women in the auditorium who have served in the armed forces. I really appreciate you. Ty Edwards. I can't say that name without smiling. I taught Ty language arts and social studies in the middle school, but it wasn't. It was junior high at that time. But where I got to know Ty was we had about 10 or 11 students that we had a little journalism class that met every day. And you really get to know kids when you have an informal format and a few kids. And Ty led us on a lot of really interesting discussions. He is the only 8th grader I have ever known that knew exactly what he wanted to do with his life and then proceeded to do it. I have never known another child that age that had already made up the mind where they were going and what they were going to be. And I am very proud of that he has accomplished where he wanted to go. And I also, not just in his career, but in his family life as well. And Ty always had a lot of leadership ability. One of the things we discussed in journalism was on Monday mornings I got to get a replay of all the campouts that the guys had the weekend before. And Ty always organized these, and he, I don't know how he got all the guys to go along with the campouts, because sometimes the weather wasn't really good. That didn't matter to Ty. The story that I got was that, you know, they learned a lot on these campouts. Now, what Ty did is he organized them into, I guess, units, and they played war games. And I don't know who determined who won and who lost, but anyway, that's what they did on these weekends. And they learned a lot, because they learned that if you put a can of soup on an open fire that hasn't been opened, it will explode. And they learned that when it explodes, it very likely will set the wiregrass on fire in the field. And that no matter how much a half a dozen boys stomp to get the fire put out, it still burns up the sleeping mats. So, you know, they really got a lot of knowledge out of those campouts, I know. And Ty was the leader. We've established his leadership skill, but he also, I think probably one of the things that I appreciate from Ty was his compassion for other people. As a young teenager, well, let me just start over. When my family was in a bad accident out in New Mexico, 2,000 miles from here, and Ty was out there, Ty and Tiffany were out there with an aunt and uncle vacationing. And I don't know, they were probably, 13, 14 years old. And they didn't have to, they chose to come see me in the burn center in Albuquerque, New Mexico. And they were scared to death when they walked in that room, and it was perfectly okay because I was scared too. So we got along fine with that. But I have always appreciated the fact that they took time out of their vacation and came into an uncomfortable situation to make someone else feel better. Thank you, Ty.